to fit a world too small. I was made for temples, not their halls. My name is thunder in silk disguise, a velvet storm, a phoenix rise. Gold-lined voice with a serpent's grace. I speak in time, resets its pace. I've died 1,000 times in silence. Now I bloom with sacred violence. They said be quiet, I made a sound. Turned every fall into holy ground. Watch me, I alchemize pain. Every scar became my chain of rain. I am the frequency, loud in the still. Soft like a prayer, sharp like will. No imitation, I'm the code. Unwritten divine overload. Say my name, the cosmos bend. I don't chase, I transcend. I am the rhythm, I am the key. I am the goddess they couldn't foresee. Call it magic, I call it me. Every no I gave was prophecy. I don't beg, I magnetize. I orbit gold, I crystallize. Watch how I walk, pure decision. My silence louder than their vision. I kiss the edge and name it home. My peace is loud, my soul full grown. They said be still, I became sky. My voice cracks spells, realign the light. Watch me, I come and fade. Even the stars wait at my gate. I am the frequency, loud in the still. Soft like a prayer, sharp like will. No imitation, I'm the code. Unwritten divine and overload. Say my name, the cosmos bend. I don't chase, I transcend. I am the rhythm, I am the key. I am the goddess they couldn't foresee. I am alignment in motion, the mirror of oceans. I'm not found, I'm felt. I don't rise, I melt. Into form, into force. I am the origin, not the source. There is no after me, only reflection. I am divinity's resurrection. I am the frequency, the pulse, the wave. I am the one they couldn't save. Not made to follow, not made to flee. I am the light, the flame, the key. No more waiting, no disguise. Watch me bloom, watch me rise. I am the goddess fully awake. A living shift the earth will take. Every goddess roar, some glow, some glide, some built in silence, some in our own state. I choose myself without apology. I walk paths no one paved for me. No one gave me this. I rose and claimed it, built from ground up. I never faked it. I don't need a throne handed down. I become the kingdom wearing my own crown. There's power in how I feel and think. Emotion doesn't drown me, it helps me link to the part of me that knows, that sees, that pauses before acting, breathes before speaking. My mind is clear, my spirit tuned. I speak from balance, not from wound. Not just what's seen, but what's felt. Beauty is the energy I've always held. It's in the way I hold the room, the way I smile without needing to bloom. You can't touch it, but it shifts things. It's the kind of beauty my soul brings. Aligned, I don't force, I flow. I don't beg, I know. I trust the no, I honor the yes. I rest when guided and act when blessed. I'm not running, I'm receiving. My timing is sacred, always believing. I lead without shouting, make moves without doubting. I am both grace and decision, a strategist on a divine mission. I build, I protect, I plan, not just a woman, a whole brand. Nothing about me tries too hard. I am the pull, the spark, the charge. They feel me before I speak. Drawn to my energy, unique, mystique. I don't ask, I attract. That's the goddess effect, and that's a fact. I bless every part of me that breathes. Pleasure is prayer when I receive. I wear silk for myself, light candles for joy. Sensual but sovereign, no one's toy. My body is mine, my voice is law. I kiss with purpose, I touch with awe. Protected, connected, I move with guidance from beyond. My roots run deep, my soul is strong. I cleanse my space, I guard my gates. Peace is a promise I cultivate. Ancestral wisdom walks with me. I'm never alone, I am legacy, abundant. I don't just survive, I thrive. Overflow is how I come alive. Money loves me, joy finds me. Every blessing flows and aligns me. I receive with grace, without guilt. I was born for this, the soft life I built. This is soft power, built from wisdom, wrapped in gold. She doesn't demand, she invites. She doesn't rush, she rises. And when she walks, the world adjusts. She reshapes them. She doesn't ask to be seen, she's felt. She doesn't lower her standards, she becomes them. Her presence says everything she doesn't explain. She walks like her yes is rare, her no is sacred flame. Every inch of her radiates self-trust. No mirror, no man, no myth to adjust. She is not one to be chosen, she chooses. Her value doesn't rise and fall with their muses, no. No, she's not cold, she's clear. And clarity has always made people fear. She's not playing small to make them feel tall. She's built from truth and she stands tall. She knows their worth isn't up for debate, and silence can still dominate. You don't earn her, you rise to meet her. You don't keep her, you honor her. You don't approach her with noise. You bring presence or you bring nothing. She is the standard, not the exception. Polished and pain glowing from reflection. She sets the tone, not for applause, but because her soul remembers her cause. She doesn't compete, she curates, doesn't chase, she radiates. Beauty for her isn't surface or trend, it's how she walks away and never bends. It's how her boundaries bloom like rose, soft, divine, and full of no. She doesn't explain her glow or grace, she simply leaves a better space. Hey, she left the rooms where she had to shrink. She let them think whatever they think, because real self-worth doesn't negotiate. It elevates, it separates. She became what she was looking for. Not perfect, just no longer unsure. She is not too much, she's the measure of what's been missing. She is the mirror for the women who forgot they could walk away shining. She is the standard, flawless by design. Not in looks, but in how she draws the line. No crown needed, no stage, no mic. Just energy you'll never find alike. She's not proving, she's becoming. Let them learn how to approach your light. Let them earn the right to witness your peace. You're not here to shrink, shrink, shrink. You're here to rise, and everything is adjust. She doesn't reach, she receives. She doesn't chase, she chooses. The light doesn't run toward you, you move toward it. She walks like everything she wants is already hers. No rush, no ask, no need for words. She holds eye contact like a promise, stays quiet like a secret you'll never unsee. She doesn't try to be unforgettable, she just is. There's gravity in her grace. Her aura is velvet and voltage. She doesn't beg the world to notice. She becomes so rooted it blooms around her. She breathes and the room gets softer. She laughs and clocks lose time. She speaks and silence becomes divine. She doesn't enter with intention to take. She arrives and things recalibrated. Presence like perfume in the soul. You can't touch it, but it takes hold. She's magnetic, not because she's trying, but because she's aligned. Her energy speaks fluently without needing to explain a thing. She attracts through embodiment, not effort, through frequency, not force. No auditioning, no convincing, no disguise. She's the kind you notice without knowing why. A soft gaze, a sharp mind. She's both medicine and wine. You'll find yourself craving her calm and questioning the chaos you called love before. She's tuned to a higher pull. The more she rests, the more she rules. She doesn't crowd, she clears, doesn't echo, she appears. And what's meant for her finds its place, cause she's not in the race, she is the pace. Attraction isn't noise, it's frequency, not performance, but purity. She doesn't sell her value, she just lives it. And everything that matches, listens. She's magnetic, in stillness, in stride. She's what enters the mind and never leaves the side. She's not chasing timelines, roles or rings. She's drawing in queenships, kingdoms and bigger things. You'll feel her when she's gone, but you'll never forget what she turned on. You don't become magnetic by becoming more. You become magnetic by returning to who you've always been. I don't ask for more, I align with it. I don't chase blessings, I embody them. This is all money, money, money. I live in yes and flow in gold, and moments too rich to be controlled. Every breath is off command, every dollar placed in my hand. Luxury moves when I do, I exhale and it comes through. Not because I hustle for grace, but because I hold space. My name is written on checks from the stars. My worth is stored in the moon and Mars. Money remembers me in every lifetime. It returns when I'm resting aligned. I love like royalty, sleep like silk. Pour champagne on my doubt, drink milk. The overflow isn't something I earn, it's something I remember. More finds me because I no longer block it. Love stays with me because I no longer chase it. Money flows to me because I no longer doubt I'm meant to hold it. This is overflow, not excess. Not loud, not forced, just effortless. I receive with grace, I spend with joy. Every coin returns like a loyal boy. This is wealth without war. This is pleasure at the core. Love, money, luxury, they all follow me faithfully. my desires rest in higher hands. My days are rituals, not routines. My joy is passive income streams. I invest in peace, I dress in ease. I ask and the world says please. The softer I get, the richer I grow, 'cause ease is the gateway to overflow. I don't need proof, I am the evidence of what happens when a woman stops begging and starts receiving. I don't dream small, I declare, and the universe arranges it with care. I am not a guest in wealth's home, my only address. And overflow answers when I say yes. This isn't just money, it's support, it's space, it's softness paid in full. And I receive it all with open hands and no shame. Oh, overflow is not a goal, it's a standard I receive without tension. Spend without fear, love without shrinking. And I don't just attract wealth, I anchor it here, softly, fully, forever. Overflow isn't love, it's what I allow, it's what I expect, it's who I am now. I don't chase wealth, I embody. I don't beg for love, I command it. I don't wait for luxury, I am the standard, it rises to me. Everything I touch upgrades, my name holds weight in unseen trades. My presence writes checks before I speak, abundance flows where I place my feet. I don't hustle, I signal, my energy makes the room pivotal. Overflow isn't excess, it's evidence. I no longer ask for what's already mine. I speak in numbers, soft, exact. Love comes loyal, money comes stack. Every no refine my gate, now only royalty touches my fate. I don't dilute to be received, I expand and the world adjusts to me. Overflow doesn't knock, it walks through open gates I built in gold. My frequency funds empires, my rest attracts returns. I don't grind for what's meant for me, I sit still and it confirms. I live in overflow, not effort. I spend with certainty, not fear. I receive without shame, I attract because I'm clear. Money multiplies in my silence, love deepens in my ease. Luxury is not my goal, it's my baseline, my peace. I turn lack into language, now every desire translates to form. I don't shrink to fit someone's budget, I dream a new economies are born. I am the vessel, the vault, the vow, the reason wealth circulates now. Call it divine, I call it mine, call it delusion, watch me align. Overflow isn't for the loud, it's for the precise. I don't run after riches, I set the price. I don't manifest, I expect, I don't beg, I collect. This life doesn't happen to me, it responds to the goddess who remembers she belongs. This is power without push, receiving without residue. I don't have to try, because I already am, I already own, and I've already won. I live in overflow, I'm bothered and blessed. I'm the cause, not the effect. I am the yes the universe waits for. I am the vault where wealth rests. Overflow is not a result, it's my rest.
She didn't just survive. She held herself through hell, and now she wears peace like a crown, built from the ashes of every time she was told to be less. She cried alone and no one came, so she held herself in rage and rain. She begged the mirror for a reason why being soft always felt like treason. They left and she blamed her light, dimmed her truth to feel alright. But in the silence, she met the version of herself she'd buried and loved her back to life. This isn't the kind of healing they post online. It's sobbing on the floor, losing time. It's forgiving people who never said sorry. It's choosing peace instead of the story. It's shaking hands with your past and whispering you're safe now. She didn't glow overnight, she earned this grace with every shadow she faced. They called her dramatic, she was deep. They called her weak, she just needed sleep. They called her cold, she was protecting the heat that kept her soul from collapsing. She is the healed woman, not because she forgot, but because she finally felt it all and lived. She carries the ache without bitterness, wears her scars without shame. Her softness was never the wound, it was always the way out. She doesn't perform her peace, she lives it quietly, daily. She doesn't beg for closure, she closes the door gently and walks away safely. She no longer proves she's enough, she just is. And if they can't see it, she blesses them anyway. She used to shrink so no one would leave. Now she expands knowing real love doesn't flee. She loved herself back from empty, watered her roots with her own tears. And the woman standing now is more honest, more free, more whole than she ever thought she'd be. You won't always see her healing, but you'll feel it in the way she loves now. Slower, wiser, with her arms open and her boundaries stronger. She is the healed woman, not untouched, not unscarred, but undeniably alive. She rose not to prove she could, but because her future called louder than her pain ever could. And this time she answered, this is not a comeback, this is a becoming.
She doesn't follow timelines, she follows truth. She doesn't chase the future, she becomes the proof. Every step she takes is aligned with her knowing. She blooms in silence when no one's showing. She doesn't rush, she reads the room. She lets the moon rearrange her womb. Time bends for her, cause she's in sync with something older than what we think. She's not lucky, she's aligned. She receives messages in feathers and numbers and wind. She moves when the pull says go, and she pauses when the stillness says no. Her path isn't loud, but it's divine. The universe answers cause she stays inside the line. She doesn't guess, she knows. She doesn't force, she flows. She doesn't wait, she aligns. And what's hers arrives on time. She lives by celestial codes, written in her bones. A map built before this lifetime, a truth she didn't have to be told. She follows energy, not noise. Intuition is not a gift, it's her voice. She walks in harmony with the unseen and lets the light translate the in-between. She doesn't need signs, she is one, proof that you can rise without a rhyme. She vibrates at the frequency of peace, a vessel for timing, a portal for release. She's grounded but she's made of stars. Her soul remembers where the sacred things are, and she listens, not for answers, but for instructions from within. She doesn't perform spirituality, she lives it through the altar of her breath, the clarity of her no, the softness of her walk, and the trust in what doesn't need to be seen. She is not faithless, she is full of remembering. You'll know her by the way she waits with no fear, the way she prays not to ask but to align. You'll know her by the way she receives without proving, without needing, because she already knows. She lives by celestial codes, by flow, not fear, by knowing, not needing. She doesn't follow paths, she creates them. She doesn't beg the universe, she mirrors it. And everything real rises to meet her on time.
Soft is not lazy, luxury is not excessive, ease is not weakness. This is how a goddess lives, when she stops apologizing for everything she deserves. Oh. I don't hustle for crumbs, I sit at tables building my name. I don't scream for love, I whisper and it comes. Luxury lives and how I move, how I rest, how I choose. Every breath is a signal that I was never meant for stress. I don't beg for softness, I embody it. I don't earn beauty, I arrive in it. This is satin, silence, and gold touch calm. A life where everything I touch disarms. Silk sheets, clean inbox, fresh blooms, paid in full in quiet rooms. This isn't luck, it's alignment in designer shoes. I speak fluent luxury, soft hands, clear mind. Nothing rushed, nothing random, everything by divine design. Luxury is my language, I don't fight for what flows, I don't chase what grows. I walk like wealth, speak like peace, and rest like it's royalty. I release, I am rich in every sense, every yes, every cent, every step. Luxury doesn't make me, I make it sacred, I make it sacred. Soft life is not small, it's sovereign. No chaos in my orbit, no proving, no panic. Just curated days and magnetic planning. I build my joy like a ritual, turn rituals into revenue. I don't take what's offered, I attract what's meant. I'm not excessive, struggle, my lifestyle doesn't require noise. I left survival behind, and I rose into choice. I'm not bought, I'm chosen, not rushed, I'm rare. Every no I get protects the life I now wear. They'll call it spoiled, but it's sovereignty. They'll call it luck, but it's legacy. I don't flex, I flow, and everything real show. Luxury is my language, my softness it earned, my energy is gated, my peace unconcerned. This isn't for show, this is my baseline. Pay the door to line, that's my lifestyle design. I don't ask, I don't wait, I receive, because luxury listen to women who remember who they are. She doesn't hustle for power, she owns it. She doesn't fight to lead, she embodies leadership. Her business is an altar, her voice a strategy, her energy a brand. She doesn't ask to be in the room, she is the blueprint, the table, the tune. She scales in silence, plans in peace, moves through meetings like her soul's released. Every note she gives is sacred, Every S is wealth related. She builds with vision, not just goals, and leads from intuition, not control. Her calendar is carved with care. Nothing chaotic gets to meet her there. She doesn't run on fumes, she rests with pride. Soft skin, sharp mind, flow by design. She doesn't over-explain her pace. She trusts divine timing and holds her grace. She's not rushing, she's rising, and everything in her orbit is aligning. This is leadership without burnout. This is wealth without war. This is success, the sacred way. She is the feminine CEO, running an empire in flow. She delegates, she attracts, she signs deals in silk intact. She doesn't lead like a man, she leads like a woman who can. Ease is not weakness, is proof that power can move without screaming. She's high as energy before experience. She scales through clarity, not appearance. Her business is a mirror of her soul. Her systems run deep, her vision is whole. She builds for freedom, not applause. She doesn't need permission, she is the cause. Her brand is how she breathes, authentic, clean, magnetic belief. She doesn't clock in, she tunes in. Her income rises with the moon spin. She's not afraid to walk away from chaos dressed as a payday. She's not just about money, she's about meaning, and the softness that comes from strategic healing. She doesn't climb ladders, she builds elevators. She doesn't beg for seats, she owns the table. And when she walks in the room, the energy signs the contract first. She is the feminine CEO, poised in every no, refined in her glow. Her business runs on grace, her mindset sets the pace. She is not just in charge, she is the charge, and she leads with elegance, precision, and peace. She leads like a goddess, moves like a queen, builds like a legacy, and lives in ease. That's the power of feminine strategy.
She burned, and from her own ashes, she rebuilt herself without asking, without help, without apology. Now she walks, crowned in her own flame. She doesn't flinch at the fire, she feeds it. She doesn't mourn what broke, she leaves it. The girl who once bent to fit in is gone. This woman, she bends the world with her dawn. No shame in her story, just strategy in her eyes. She's not returning, she's reigniting. She deleted the rules, she reclaimed her name. She left a version of her built for someone else's fame. She's done being digestible, done being nice. She's not asking twice, she's not the storm, she's the aftershock. She buried the people pleaser, she set fire to survival. Now she walks like she owns her revival. No one saved her, and that's why she's sovereign. She's the phoenix, not reborn, but redesigned. Fire in her chest, freedom in her spine. She left the cage with a smile and a plan. This is not a comeback, this is a reign. She's sovereign, who alone knows. And she doesn't just rise, she commands the throne. She doesn't speak to be soft, she speaks to be clear. Her worth is not a debate, it's the atmosphere. She forgave the past without letting it back. She wears her truth now, no need to unpack. Everything she was told she'd need, she became. Her name isn't heavy, it's holy flame. She's the leader of her lineage, a prophecy in motion. Every step she takes is backed by oath. She's not sweet for survival, she's deep for the divine. And every time they doubted her, she rewrote the storyline. You'll feel her in the silence, you'll see her in the mirror, you'll hear her in the women who stopped asking and started becoming. She is not reborn, she is risen with intention. She's the phoenix, not smoke but light, not fragile but forged in fight. She doesn't owe anyone her ashes. She built an empire from them. This is the anthem of her name. Not victim but flame. She's not becoming, she already is. This is her rebirth. This is her reign. This is the power that will never be tamed. This body is not decoration. It's a declaration. Every curve is a command. Every breath a prayer. This is not desire for sale. This is power made flesh.
She doesn't dress for attention, she dresses like ceremony. Silk on skin, gold on collarbone. She walks in rhythm not for show, but for soul. Every step a spell, every glance a gaze. She is not an object, she's a temple that moves. She touches herself with reverence, speaks to a mirror like an altar. Yeah. She doesn't perform confidence, she embodies it. Her hips don't lie, they prophesize. Her lips don't beg, they bless. Pleasure is not earned, it's her language of self-trust. I am the flame and the fragrance, the velvet and the steel. I don't seduce, I exist, and that is enough to awaken the world. The temple is me, divine and whole. I am the body, I am the soul. I don't ask to be seen, I shine. I don't request space, I realign. Beauty isn't what I wear, it's the frequency I exhale. Sensual power wrapped in grace, holy fire in human. She slowly moves intentionally, listens to music through her bones. There is no shame in her softness, no apology in her moans. She's not a fantasy, she's a force. Her femininity is her core. She lives in her body like a queen in her throne. Not to be touched, but to be honored. She doesn't tone it down, she turns it on. Doesn't hide her skin, she blesses dawn. Everything she is, she owns. Every note she speaks, she owns. This isn't seduction for attention, it's seduction, it's sovereign intention. I am the temple, not the visitor. I'm the altar, not the offer. Touch me with presence, speak to me in silence, or do not come at all. The temple is me, carved from truth, soft as dusk, sharp as youth. I am the prayer and the praise, the body and the blaze. This skin holds galaxies unseen, and this walk a holy routine. She is not waiting to be named divine. She knows she already is. I don't perform beauty, I breathe it. I don't chase desire, I am the reason for it.
She's not evolving anymore, she has arrived. Not becoming, just being. Not climbing, just rising. This is what it looks like when a goddess remembers she was never missing. Only on clay. She no longer seeks reflection, she is the mirror. She no longer searches, she summons. There is nothing she needs to prove. She is full, she is formed. She is eternal truth wearing skin. And when she speaks now, it's not to be understood, but to realign the air. She holds all versions of herself with grace. The wild girl, the soft child, the one who
nothing broke, but because she blessed every break. She is the ending and the echo. She is the silence and the source. She is not what happened to her. She is what rose after. She is goddess eternal, not a title, not a trend, but the origin, the reminder, the return. She is completion, not because she's done, but because she's whole, and wholeness is the highest frequency of all. She no longer performs alignment, she moves as alignment. She doesn't talk about self-love, she breathes it into room. She doesn't attract by force, she exists and the universe adapts. Nothing about her is reaching. She is the arrival. She is the mother of her own rebirth, the altar and the flame, the echo and the first sound. She no longer waits to be chosen, because she was the choice all along. She is goddess eternal, timelines all true.